One of my favorite features about remix streaming is not just that it allows us to get granular with our data loading and spinners and deciding which data is critical and things like that. It also lets us get granular on handling those errors. Instead of allowing the whole page to blow up when we have an error, we can actually get granular with it. So if you're familiar with remix and error boundaries, you'll probably know what's going to happen here. Let's throw an error in this page right here, right? So we've got the critical data up top, and then we've got this deferred data that comes in later. What happens if that deferred data throws an error? Oh, grab. Boom, the whole page goes down. Remix is handling that error. We can use error boundaries on every one of our nested routes to have more granular control there. But we can now, with Remix deferred, we can actually get like even more granular with just a specific piece of data. So let's come down to our await component that is awaiting these collections. This is the promise that threw an error on the server. And then we actually, you saw it rendered first, and we actually get that error here in the browser after we've rendered the critical data. So we don't want to take down the whole page just for this thing's data. So I'm just going to add an error element here, and I'll say collection error. And now, watch this. Boop. We don't take down the whole page. We only take down the part of the data loading that had an error. This is awesome because typically the kinds of data that you want to defer are usually coming from third parties that you don't have control over their API. So it's already a little bit, that's probably why you're deferring it, because it's probably a little slower than your own stuff. But also it's risky because you don't control that. So it's really nice to be able to get granular, put an error element around the deferred data so that that error doesn't take down the whole page.